If we want to teach the Biafra story in schools, I tell you, one of the reasons they stopped teaching history was that they couldn't tell our story. And now they can't tell the Biafra story. And we cannot tell the story of the coups properly. Now, a country with so many secrets that it cannot divulge cannot write history. It is wrong to talk about ignoring the Biafra story.
Welcome once again at For 7 News. My name is Mr. OGB. And I want to remind you that we will always stick to the promise.
If we want to teach the Biafra story in schools, I tell you, one of the reasons they stopped teaching history was that they couldn't tell our story. And now they can't tell the Biafra story. And we cannot tell the story of the coups properly. Now, a country with so many secrets that it cannot divulge cannot write history. It is wrong to talk about ignoring the Biafra story. But the injustices and the oppression that led to Biafra are still very much present and with us. You can't escape Biafra. And in fact, the reason we do need to continuously exhume the ghost of Biafra is that the ethnic principles on the basis of which we had to go to war are all pervasive in the Nigerian society of today. And our leaders do not appear to know what to do about them. They start from the wrong premises. Some want to eliminate ethnic groups. It is not possible to eliminate ethnic groups. That old statement by Amadou Bello in reply to Zik said, let's forget our differences. Amadou Bello said, no, let's understand them. When you do understand them, you will discover that it is possible for those who are supposedly radically opposed to themselves today, it is possible for them to sit at the same table and discuss virtually every problem.
You know, you guys have listened to the man who spoke on the video. But what I have to say here is that history is important in our lives. History is important to remind us who we are so that we can be able to work accordingly and do things rightfully. Okay? So now the government, you know, like banned anything history about the past, you know, in that part of the world. You know, because they know a lot of wounds have been created. A lot of people has been wounded. And they felt like revisiting it will cause more harm to the people, perhaps. But that's not really the truth. Because if you don't know who you are, I think it will be very difficult for you to articulate. That's why you see that our youth, they don't even know who they are, really. That's why you can see somebody who speaks Igbo very fluently, who comes from perhaps Delta or any part of that side, and they will tell you they are not Igbos. And I listened to a program on TikTok just a few hours ago before I come here to make this video, and you see our Benin people clashing among themselves, blastering the Oba of Benin, you know, saying a lot of things against him, allegedly, you know, a lot. I don't want to mention stuff like that here because that is not what we are here for, you know. Because I have no facts to prove all those stuff. There was a lot of allegations against him by the people, his own people from Benin, right? I'm not saying maybe Igbos, Yorubas, or Hausa Fulanis. No, these are the real Benin people who knows history because they were saying a lot of things with fact anyway, but the fact they are bringing forward has not been verified by this Fox 7 News, so we cannot say it here, okay? Yeah, so I think it's good for us to teach the people the history, even though things have happened. We are not the only people who things happened to. Germany had their own stuff. Even America, even in Canada today, there is places where the French people are living. There is also places where the indigenous are living. And there is also places where the English are living. But what we need to do is those things